Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn with our Iron Teeth here on update 5 in hard mode, and everybody is hungry because there is no food, which is a problem. We do have our cassava still going because it's this strip of water here has worked surprisingly well. Water is I'm still learning the moisture things. I've done some experimentations. I have a video of that going up today, later on, where we have some experiments going on there, and a one-way strip is a really bad idea. So this is going to be running. It's not so bad at the moment. I don't know whether levees affect the water differently to ground. I didn't check that, but basically you don't want a one-way strip. Having either a 3x3 is probably one of the best ways of looking at it, or having a 2-wide strip that's only like 5 long is way better than having a single strip that's 9 or 10 long. It's way better. So basically a 3x3, which is 9 tiles, compared to a 1x9, which is 9 tiles, will last almost 3 times longer evaporated 3x3 than the one strip. So yeah, you very much want to not go with this, but I didn't know that at the time, so I went with it, and it's fine. So yeah, hopefully the cassavas is enough to keep us going there. We have had loads of beavers die of hunger, so oh dear. But yeah, I've turned the pumps on over here as well to try and get us a bit more water. We're okay for water, but it is dropping a bit because our mushroom farms are going mad. They're not finished yet. However, you will notice the staircase has changed. The staircase has changed. What have we got there? What's some long text? Cool. Zuigi in the comments to the last episode. Thank you everybody for commenting once again, fantastic, with all the replies, bits and pieces. I think it's on like 24 comments, which I'm pretty sure is one of the best videos I've had when it comes to the amount of comments. It's on 27 comments. That does include all my replies, but I'm thank you. You seem to like this playthrough, and I was about ready to give up on it, and I'm very glad I didn't. So but Zuigi, you mentioned that the staircase looked a bit odd, so I rebuilt it to make a bit more sense, and I messed up. I've seen right here I messed up. Yep, we have no access to this floor here. I've did it all the way up there, so I might have to rebuild it again. Oops. But okay, I can do that. That's fine. Let's do that now. In fact, let's do that right smack bang now, because this is incorrect. Okay, it does mean we don't have access to certain buildings up here, but and let's make this all high priority, so they build that first, because I want access to every floor. We may not use every floor for pathing, but yeah. But basically, the staircase comes up here, so the road now goes along the front of the mushroom farms. Let me come down. So like this. Okay, so the road goes in front of the mushroom farms over here now. So they come along, they go down here, and walk along here, come back, and okay. So it goes down in front of the mushroom farms. It still has access to this point here, which is fine. So that's all good. And they go upper floor here, which comes to this floor, and they go up floor again, and they loop around. And they go up floor again, and they loop around, and so on and so forth, all the way up. And it just loops around, and it does look better. The reason I didn't do it originally, I think, not that I didn't even know this was I didn't see this here. I was going with the 3 staggered ones, but I was going with 3 staggered in a row. I was ignoring the center one, and then I noticed that it missed a strip here, and to me it looked odd. However, because we are focusing on this side here to get access to the center of this one here, it doesn't matter. It actually works pretty well, so that's fine. And we can put more storages here and do things here. I do want to put a water tank over here somewhere. Not quite sure where yet. We might just build on top of here and put a water tank on here to get it going. I'm not too sure. I am very tempted to remove these 2 warehouses and put them on top of here, which is a little bit further away for the cassavas, but it gives us more land for cassavas. So I think that's going to make a lot of sense there. And I might do that with 2 large storehouses, which means I didn't need to change it up at all, because we had access to all the things anyway, like this. So if we put 2 in there, it does mean they've got to go up a lot to store the food, but I don't right now space is at a premium. So I think yeah, I think we're going to do this. We'll make this one the normal cassavus. Is there. I'll make this one the fermented cassavus like that. Okay. And you can build them as well. I will leave them for the minute because obviously we don't have the planks to do anything there. So yeah, so we'll do that. That'll be fine. That'll be great. Awesome, wonderful. And then water storage will probably go here. Let's be honest with that. Let's put the water storage here. And that gives us water storage right next to those there, which is, and it's for this one as well, so that's fine. And this staircase I could probably also modify so that I can actually get up to all of this one and do another 8 stack here, and then this water tank could supply both of those. That's so yeah. Okay. So there we go. I hope Luigi, I hope you're happy. There we go. We got a better staircase. You are right. It does look a lot better. It's just odd that it's not using the entire space now. I could have moved it out by one and then done double slots in the center, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Also, I think you are probably right. This is more effective to get up rather than going up and round and the beavers having to walk so far. It's less distance to get to the top. I didn't actually check how long it was to get to the top for the last one, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. Also on the cassavus here, yes, this was yeah, so kohlrabi is a better crop than cassavus when it comes to time, by like 1 or 2 overall. Like over the course of 20 days you get 2 more kohlrabi, but cassavus does give you the bonus to well-being, which when they have it obviously means they get bonus to speeds and things. So it's a good balance. Wheat is probably the best one. We have plenty of wheat here. Unpause. We have plenty of wheat here. So yep. So well, I have 2 stranded beavers. Yes, I do. Okay. Hopefully our builders can build this here quick enough to get things going. So both Luigi and if I can find Hatman, Luigi and Hatman both mentioned about the hydroponic garden should probably be closer to the pumps. My original idea was going to be we're going to blow out the bottom of this lake, make it bigger and bigger reservoir and bits pieces, but then we changed the plan to go over here. So building this here, building the farms here made sense at the time, but you're probably right. But that's why I put water storage in here, so that covers that one there. So hopefully that'll fix that one there. I don't know whether the haulers would actually grab the water from the closest point, or whether they would just grab the water from the closest of them. I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah, we will absolutely find that one out there. Hey Marcus Show. Yes, hey Marcus Show. 360 mushrooms based on 1 hydroponic garden. 360 mushrooms based on 8 hydroponic gardens. Because it's 8 tall. So they produce 45 there, so 8 tall is 360. So yeah, that would be based on the 8 tall tower. That would be each tile is producing 40 mushrooms a go, which is quite nice. So yeah, and hopefully when they're all grown and working, and hopefully we can build these quick enough. Do we actually have any builders? We do have builders. So yeah, nothing to do arrange yet. That's because you're right. We'll pause you. Yeah, but yeah, the mushroom farms are definitely the way to go, but they are very thirsty. So we'll see how that goes there. So yeah, Chris Rump mentioned the one. Yeah, the old 1x1 water trick doesn't work at all anymore. It's just awful. It gives you like it's about 7 tiles of wetland that you can use. A 2x1 does give you a decent space. It gives you about 15 tiles of wetland, so it's quite surprising, 2x1, but it evaporates quite quickly. Going with the 3x3 would give you the same amount of land as the previous 1x1 did, and the pump can easily fill it, and it doesn't evaporate very quickly. So yeah, that's the way to go. 3 wide and long is the way to go. I feel 3 wide channels are the way to go. They're very useful as well. You can put buildings on top of them and not usually spare land for them. They irrigate 16 tiles across, so you have to put 1 in every 32 tiles, which is quite a decent amount to get the land going. So you've got a lot of decent land in between for farms. So yeah, 3 wide. 3 wide is the way to go. 3x3 is the new 1x1. Yeah. Mr. Stone mentioned about the water visit. Oh yes, I have replaced the buildings here. I've done it for 2 reasons. One, the underwater storage trick to cross a river. Brilliant, fantastic, wonderful. It doesn't feel right. It's very much a case of, yep, we put it in. It's nice. It works. It stops them getting injured from the bad tide, so it's absolutely worth doing. But as soon as I can replace it, I want to get rid of it because it just doesn't feel right. You know, it feels not cheaty necessarily because it's still costings, but it just doesn't feel right having buildings immersed in water. So I've replaced them. Plus, also this will now hold some water, so our kohlrabi farm here will stay for a little bit longer. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I should probably run it this way instead to get a bit more output. Oh well. Also setting these tanks here. Zuiji setting these tanks here. Yes. Yep. Setting them as supply and prioritized by builders, haulers. So the haulers take the water out and put them in other tanks. So then the pumpers here can just walk straight and they have space to put the pumps in them. Yep. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. The reservoir down here again. Zuiji mentioned we should fill the edge with dirt rather than levees. Yes. I completely agree. I completely agree with that. That seems like a good idea. You also mentioned something about mechanical pumps, which I don't know what you're on about with the mechanical pumps because I haven't mentioned using them at all yet. So I don't know if I have said something and completely forgotten about it, or if you're thinking of what we're doing in the other playthrough. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with getting this water out there. It will probably be mechanical pumps doing things, but I haven't figured anything out yet. Right now, we're basically just surviving. I don't really have an end goal for this playthrough. Get all the well-being going, I suppose. Survive hard mode, that's the idea. So yeah. Anthony, you mentioned something that I had completely missed. Not completely missed. I know about it, and I'd actually used it in the other playthrough, or the episode that goes up whenever. I get confused with my dates. There was another feature that came with the last update, and that was the ability to flip buildings. You will see here we have some buildings which are being built here very, very slowly, but they're built here. And the explosive factory is flipped the doors on the other side. Oh my. And it's there because you can do that. Any building now that has a doorway facing a certain direction, you can push F to flip round, which is very, very, very useful. In this situation here, the door was going to be above here, which I'd have to run a staircase up, but now I flipped it to that side, so the staircase goes up here, which means we get access to over here. And I can use this to transfer power into this, the food factory, which I have unlocked and placed down, to make corn rations. I kind of hoped this was going to be built now, but we used way too many planks building this. So, yeah. I do not know whether those 2 beavers who were stranded died or got recovered. Not a clue. So, I'm hoping they got recovered, because it looks as if we did actually manage to get up there. And none of our crops... Maybe those crops died, I don't know. Maybe those crops died, I don't know, but we'll see. Yes, the flip feature is very useful. Any building that has a, something here as well, a door on one side or the other. So it doesn't work for builders, it doesn't work for storages, it doesn't work for housing, but any building that has a door on one side, like this, let's go around this way, you can flip to have the door the other side, which is quite cool. And pumps as well. If you take a pump and flip it, it moves the thing to the other side, which the pipe to the other side, which actually can be, probably the pipe moving is more useful than the door moving, because there's sometimes where you put a pump in and I can't see any. Oh, here for instance, if I flip this pump, he'd reach down into this hole rather than here, and sometimes that can be just that little tiny bit more can be useful. So yeah, okay. So we've got lots of beavers dying of old age, lots of beavers dying of hunger, lots of beavers just dying in general. None of our berries are working, so I have tried to compensate for this. I have got this as a obtain. I'm actually going to have this one as an obtain, and yeah, I have that as obtain too, because this one's closest, or well, was closest to the buildings. These are here, the houses, so beavers can get water quicker. So, however, we've run out of berries. Berries were a problem. And so all our breeding halted. So I thought, how can I do that? How can I get going here? And I need to do more. So this farm, this little bit here is keeping the farm and this going down here. This is fine. However, I thought, what if we was to put a dump in here to keep this area there? Now the dump, I don't think will be enough to fill this completely to pour over the edge. So don't really have to worry about that too much. I think this will evaporate quicker than he can fill up on the edge here. I might be wrong about that. We might have to pause him for a bit, but it keeps the land here green, the land here green. So I planted berries on this land here, and now all the berries are planted. What I'm going to do is destroy the forester, remove this path because I don't want to come down here, and then I'm going to come in here and clear the planting area. Right. Leave the berries in there, but clear the planting area. And my reasoning behind that, berries will spread on their own. I'm going to get rid of those two as well there, because there's no point there. In the debug menu, Shift, Alt and Z, there is an option here that says highlight, or is it show? Toggle. Natural resources. Highlight. It was there. Highlight resource reproduction spots. If we click that, it's not showing. Probably because they're not grown yet. That's pretty well. Okay. So probably not showing yet. So it won't work. But however, when berries or any plant is placed on farmland, it will not naturally spread. It will not be allowed to naturally spread. So by planting them and then removing the farmland, you allow natural spread. So these berries will spread down here, and these berries will spread into this hole here. So you put a forester in, you fill it, you then remove the forester, and the berries over time will naturally spread in there. I don't think they can do that whilst they're growing. They have to be 100% grown before they can spread in there. So our gatherer may ruin it and not actually have it so that they can spread, but it has the option to do that. So okay, let's get through the rest of this drought and see what's gonna happen. Okay, this is bad. This is very, very bad. We have finished the drought, but we're down to 15 beavers, which is a big problem. A big problem. Mainly because I don't know whether we're going to have enough to keep our... if you can get food, mind you, you're about ready to die of hunger as well. If we can get food in, but the problem is food takes 3 days to grow, minimum. The cassavus is, I mean, it's getting there, but it's struggling. I don't know. And now I need to divert some beavers over to pumps. I don't think this is going to work. If I'm honest with you, I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to turn 4 on there, which means our mushrooms are going to die because they're diverting out the mushrooms, which is fine. I'm going to take 2 out of these farms here and just have the 1 cassavus farm going for the moment. Don't know whether other people are working. I've turned all the foresters and lumberjacks off. That's fine. Let's pause those for a moment. Let's pause the haulers for the moment. We don't need those. I pause the gear workshop. Let's get rid of metal. It's not really going to work, is it? I'm trying to build these so we can get the corn going, but that's not going to work. Let's pause this. I don't think any of our dumps are working. Oh, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We're going to get some water. Water did run low, but not out. So what I need to do is I need to get, like, this farm up and running. Can we convince somebody to come here, please? There you go, Bob. So that we can get some rabbit planted. I want to get this working as well, so I can get the blueberries replanted. Oh, but it's not going to work, is it? No. Where did you take somebody from? Let's get the kohlrabi replanted. Yeah, I am very concerned about this. So this did not work the way intended. Although we did get a set of mushrooms and I didn't open a fermenter. Let's open a fermenter and get a beaver in here to do the mushrooms. So we might be okay. We've got 50 corn stored. That's it. I can't do anything else about the corn for the minute. Maybe I didn't have a fermenter going for a while, but let's... I don't have any power because obviously we don't have any logs coming here. We've got no haulers. So let's re-enable our hauler, drop it down to 1 worker and make it a high priority. Try and get somebody to come to there to maybe come and put some logs in here. I don't know. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's 9 beavers. I think it might be game over, and I was so confident that everything was going to work beautifully well. I think it might be game over because of the food situation, and I don't think we're going to be able to get any of this running in time. Like these are still 20 days out. There's no other berries on the map. Yeah, so we're 20 days out for getting any berries, which means our population is going to be dead before that happens. We're probably going to go into another drought or 2 before we even get the berries running again. So I think, yeah, because our berries died, we're ruined. I'm being very negative. I know, I'm sorry, but I think we're screwed. I honestly think we are screwed here. Down to 5 beavers. If we're down to 5 beavers, we need like 1 pump running. That's it. We'll just have the 1 pump running. That'll be fine. Okay. So very annoying that these are actually pause 2 of these because we don't need to waste the wood on this. Don't need to waste the log on this here. So let's prioritize this farm and get you over here. We had 4 beavers. Oh. We have food. We have food. Can we recover from 4 beavers? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Honestly, don't think we can. Let's have a look at our 4 beavers. Shall we? Let's unpause the game here. So have a look. So what have we got? We've got... I wish it showed you their ages in here. I feel like that information would be nice. You're 38. you're 53, you're 52, you're 32. So 2 beavers are going to die before we can get any other beavers even remotely born. And then we're 20 days out, so that's going to make you 58. You're probably going to die before we get any more beavers born. And then those beavers have got to grow up. I think it's game over. I think it's game over. Yep. Yep. Even with the little micromanagement of doing things around and changing things up yep. I just think this is it. I think this is absolutely it. And I'm not going to have enough to keep the dumps going, so the corns are going to be wasted. I need a hauler to keep this going, in order to keep this going to make fermented mushrooms, which is fine. All of these have stopped working completely, so they are all at 0%, so they don't care anymore. We've got a pump going to keep the water going. We have food coming in, which is fine. But what are these berries? And these berries are... Oh, these are done. Ooh, ooh. So we're 12 days out. Okay. Okay. Then we can prioritize a gatherer flag. Get the berries. Get at least one running. We have a bad tide approaching already. But that's okay, because with one pump, we're definitely not going to pump out all the water this time round. We're down to 3 beavers, because he died of old age. Yeah, I don't see us recovering from this. But I'm going to leave it going. I'm going to leave it going. We're going to see what happens. And we will kind of make it up. This is all going to die because this strip's going to run out very, very soon. What I should do is I should actually... Are you... You've got no one over here. How can we harvest these kohlrabi? You're no longer in there. Where are our 3 beavers are one in the pump, one in the farm here doing cassavas, and one hauling around. Okay. So we've got cassavas, I just need to ferment it, so that's okay. So we've got a storage of food. Let's turn off the pump. Let's get let's turn off you and turn on you, which sounds a bit weird, but force beavers over here. What I want to do is I want to pause like every building, every I've got 34 buildings, so I don't know where. So pause that, so we have no more mushrooms to convert. Well, we do, but we'll leave that for the minute. In fact, I might just get everybody converting mushrooms. Pause the district centre. Pause those. Just so that I can unpause and pause buildings at certain places and not have to worry about it too much. We can go through the list here. Let's see what we've got enabled. So we've got no pumps enabled, nothing here. Explosive factory, let's turn that off. Turn the farmhouse, turn everything off for the minute. Turn everything off, and then we'll turn stuff back on as we want to go. The fluid dumps. I do kind of need to turn them on. Forester, don't need that. Turn the home press off, turn the hydroponic gardens off for the time being. I'm going to persist with this with just 3 beavers, but I'm not going to spend like stupid amounts of time with it. If I go down to just 1 beaver and it's very clear that he's not going to be around for long enough, it's not worth doing. It's just not worth doing. So let's get you going and you going. Okay. We can get some food stored. Yeah, letting the berries dry out was a really, really dumb idea. I thought the water here would last longer, but it didn't at all. So I should have had something here to try and figure out to keep the berries going, but I did not. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, you've got power for 24 hours, so you can see that. It's kind of a waste. It's only using 50 out of that, but I can't do anything about it. So, okay. Basically, let's see how long this bad tide is. and then we will make a decision as to whether it's worth continuing or not. And the bad tide is 17 days. Okay. Oh, sorry, 518 divided by 17. Let me just see. So we have enough water stored for... Oh, we have to divide that by 3 as well, which means we have enough water stored for 10 beavers, so that's fine. And food we're good for because I've got to convert some stuff up, so I think we're okay for food and water. The biggest problem is, however, we only have 2 beavers remaining, and those 2 beavers are going to die in 10 days-ish, probably. These are 7 or 8 days out before they can get harvested. So I don't think this is going to work. If I'm honest with you, I don't think this is going to work. It may do if we can. I mean, they're only going to produce 3 berries, and I need to make sure that it's enough. So this takes 5 berries in total, so this is going to be 6, so we can get 1 of these working. So let's pause all of these, save for 1, so we can definitely get 1 going. The other ones will come along at later dates. These are 13, 12, but these ones down here, these are all 22, so they're all going to come along in about sort of 10 days, 9 or 10 days, but I just don't think I'm going to have a beaver here to do it. I don't think they're going to live that long, because beavers live to 50. They've had negative things. I don't think their life goes into negatives, but you're probably going to live for another 10 days, so you might get 1 harvest of that. You're going to live for another maybe 20 days, 15 days, so you might see the first beaver come out of this, but it won't be grown up. The beaver won't be an adult. So I don't know. Really don't know here. I'm gonna leave it. We're gonna see what happens, and we will maybe come back next episode. We'll definitely come back next episode, and I will show you the results. Let me know if you think it's worth trying to continue and rebuild back, or should we just restart and now we know the map a little bit better, just jump up here quicker. I don't know. Half me kind of wants to really try and do it, but if we get like 2 or 3 30-day droughts, we're screwed. So, but let me know. I shall switch these between this and the harvesters. I shall throw somebody in the hauler just to get this going for a bit, and then run the fermenters to fill up on food a little bit, and then as soon as the berries come, we will grab them. So yeah, okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Whether we'll have any beavers in the next one or not, I don't know, but until then, as always, have fun.